Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome again. Tonight I am Melinda Magic or Magic Melinda. There are certain things happening in the cosmos tonight that I wanted to bring to your attention. It is called a green comet. It's passing close enough in our cosmos for us to see it. I've been looking at it and watching it, and it's still going on right now. It'll be going on for a couple of days. But the reason I brought it up, I am one of those people who keep up with cosmos and all of that. I believe in spirituality from the utmost. And as a matter of fact, one of my favorite prayers is what I'm going to do right now. But in any event, tonight is passing through. And I believe that anything different that happens in the cosmos affect the human being on this planet in many ways. I don't know exactly how, but I want us to kind of think about that. As I'm recording, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. That is the most intense time for this kind of energy to play. I do believe that everything is energy and spiritual. The things we see are spiritual in form. And the fact that this green comet is passing through our atmosphere when I am alive on the planet at this particular time is something I'm just never could ever believe. And the reason it's important is because it has been 50,000 years. Check that out. 50,000 years since it's been seen. Now, how in the world did scientists today figure out that it's been 50,000 years is a mystery to me. And I just will have to trust that it hasn't been seen for a very long time. I don't know about the number of years, but still. That impact, that energy that's with that comet will impact this universe that we live in. So I wanted to document it tonight, and that's why I'm talking. I believe that we are all connected. It's all about spirituality. Everything is connected to everything. So that when we are born with innate qualities that automatically connects us to the cosmos. And it's a fact that has been studied for years and years and years. And I believe that because we had, whatever you see about me right now, came from many, many people years and years and years ago. I have nothing to do with the qualities nor the abilities or the eye coloring, skin coloring that I show because I inherited from my ancestors. So as you even inherit physical traits, you also inherit those innate qualities that give you magic or make you magical. Everyone has that kind of quality, but a few and fewer people are tuning into that. And that is one of the purposes of my coming out and talking about magic the way I do, because I've lived it my entire life. I've always had the magical quality. I've always known about it because my mother and my grandmother and everybody in my world explained it to me. I have a rich, rich, rich heritage, and I'm so very proud. And I used to tell my mother all the time that I picked her as my mother when I looked down from heaven. And she would say to me, "Oh no, I picked you because I was here first." And we would have that debate, but we were both on the same plateau when it comes to understanding that it was a connection, an energy connection. Everybody was connected. And when you believe in a great creator such as I do, you have to believe everything is connected. And therefore, the traits that you have in you are the ones that the creator gave you, and he could give you nothing less than magic, because the whole entire existence, if you stop and think about it, is a magical one. Think about it from the beginning. An egg and a sperm get together and form a zygote, and boom, you're a baby in 9 months. If you don't know that's magic, then I don't know what to tell you. It's a magic act for real, especially when people like me are born. People have to take in consideration the day that you are born is a very important day. It affects the cosmos just as you are impacted by the cosmos. So therefore, you are connected. The thing that we are witnessing tonight, the green comet, that is what I'm supposed to talk about. Please bear with me. I'm kind of crazy when it comes to things sometimes. But the green comet is something I want to watch. So what I did was I did a reading. I'm always doing a reading about things that I consider to be important. But first, I want to tell you about my book, Merit Magic. You see it there. You see it there. It explains who I am and my family and how I grew to be what I am right now. I am a person of most of my friends just say, "Oh, Melinda, she's just unique." That's all they can say. There's no definition really. I can't even explain it. But I don't even try. But this book will give you some kind of bearing. But tonight is about the green comet. Isn't that something? A comet passing through our atmosphere at this time when we are alive and we can see this great new thing passing through after 50,000 years. If that don't excite you, you don't know how to be excited. So that being said, know that there is energy coming from that comet to the earth. And what will it do for us? What will be the impact of that strange astrological happening that I'm talking about? And I feel so blessed to be able to talk about it. I couldn't see it. I went out and had my telescope out. But the moon is so bright where I am, I can't really see it. The sky is clear, but I had to look at it on the internet or whatever. But the fact that I was out there in that energy, I feel that the fact that I was standing out at that time when it was going on, that I probably absorbed some of that energy. So I want to know how it's going to impact me and you. I want us to look at this as an experiment, because everybody who lives does not have this kind of happening in their world when it comes to energy. And energy is the key to the world that we live in. So now that we've started that conversation, we're going to start taking notes about what has happened since this comet passed through. It's going to take a few days for it to go through. So is this new stuff the happening? It could do a negative and positive as always. I hope it doesn't do that much more damage than what we are getting, but it might. But what I'm thinking it's going to do for a lot of us is to awaken that dead thing in you that not dead but sleep thing that you have forgotten about your magic. I think that this rare comet coming through our cosmos is a horn being blown to those who are receptive to the knowledge that magic is a part of you and you are yourself because of magic, and that you can use the magic of the universe, the spirituality that will help you. We cannot plan for what people are going to do for us, do to us, or bring whatever negative thing that people have for us. But what we can do is protect ourselves by building the shield around us so that what people do won't impact us. It will only bounce off. And that is a given when you know who you are and from where you come, and that you don't have to know every detail of a scheme against you. All you have to do is put your shield up, and it will not affect you. You'll be covered by the spirituality of the universe and the principles of the spirituality of the universe. Nothing is stronger than that. Nothing is stronger than those principles. And when you enact that in your world and in your mindset, it is a difference. It's a difference in you. It's a difference in what people say about you, how they perceive you, and what happens to you. And I don't tell you from a book I read. I tell you from what I have lived. I tell you from what my mother lived. I tell you from what my great-great-great-grandmother lived, because I know their history. My family was a unique kind of family, and I wrote about it in the book, Merit and Magic. And if you want a copy, I would like for you to contact me at Merit Spiritual. No, I got so many email addresses. Well, just put it down on the comment, and I'll get back with you. And I'll sign it, and I'll put a little special thought in there and make it magical for you. I'm very excited, y'all, because I think that the awakening that's going to happen now is already in full effect. I think that with the changes that I've been documenting, such as the one I documented the other night when the moon eclipsed Mars, that was a heavy energy night as well. So all of these things happening simultaneously, it has to have an impact on the universe, on our universe. So we need to be aware of that, because it's what happens there will determine how we live our life and what will happen to us. If we kind of already have a basic understanding or concept of what's happening, you would not be afraid. A lot of people would not act negative as they are right now. Everything is kind of negative because people who are mindset like yours and mine have not used it or joined it together to prevent a lot of this what's happening now. Because whatever you see right now, it was first a mind thought. It was first a thought before it became a reality. So what has to happen is one has to win over the other. But we'll get into that at a later date. I just wanted to let you know that you have been officially charged with writing to me and letting me know if you are feeling your awakeness. This green comet is a sign, people. It's a heavy sign. We are in the age of Aquarius. I've said it before. If you listen to my videos, you know. I have studied this kind of stuff for all my life, so I know that we're in the age of Aquarius, and I feel honored. Let me tell you why. I've lived in two ages. I was born in the age of Pisces, and now I'm living in the age of Aquarius. That's unique to me. I don't know about you, but everybody can't say that because ages last like 2,500 years. So I won't see the end, no doubt. For real, I won't. But I am here in the beginning. And according to the experts that I follow, the age change happened in 1954, or it concluded in 1950. I don't think stuff like that happens overnight. I think it's a process. But they had documented, or they felt like they documented, that it ended in 1954 and began in 1954, Age of Aquarius, the one that we're in now. And I was born in 1950, so I'm special. I wrote the short bus to school, so I'm special. But in any event, no. I do believe that when energies change on the planet, things happen. I was in the movement that happened, civil rights movement, back in the day when all of that was happening. And when it was happening, I was too young to know about what I knew about the energy now. But my grandma was telling me about why it was happening. And they described it as that energy had changed and blah, blah, blah. So now I understand what they were saying. When I say they, I'm talking about the women who raised me, my mother, my dove, and my sis. So I call them brilliant women. But anyway, my book will tell you more about them. Merit Magic. So when I did the reading tonight, let's talk about that. Oh, the reading. I read my cards when I think of something or when I want to know something. So I read the cards tonight about the green comet and the impact. I wanted to know what the cards said about this green comet. And it said what I thought. It was going to cause a chaos. The Tower is a chaos card. And it came out, the last card, which means that there will be turmoil. And it could be good or bad, but it will be noticed by a lot of people. I guess maybe the world. So we need to start watching and seeing what is going on, what's unfolding, because if this energy is so powerful, it's going to do a lot of changes. You could be affected, but if you're kind of aware that this could happen, you will probably be able to use your spiritual magic to help prevent danger to you and your family. And you can think about that. One of the things, too, it said that it was a spiritualism. You remember I wrote a book called Age of Aquarius Spiritual Reckoning? It's because I know that in this age, the spirituality of the universe is going to defeat the fake universes or the fake religious, all that madness they got going on with nationalism, with religion, and all that crazy madness with the mega churches and the theft, corruption. All the preachers who are just faking it and faking it and faking it. All of that spirituality is going to fall out. It's going to be an uphill. It's going to be the universe, principles of the universe is going to wipe that out. That's what this card right here means. So that's another thing we need to pay attention to. How will the spirituality of the churches respond to what kind of energy is going to happen? A lot of them, I think, are going to be cleansed. I think a lot of them are kind of going to disappear. And you will have choices. A lot of choices are going to be available for people in this time. You need to make good choices, though. But those are some of the things I want you to pay attention to. I want you to pay attention to what happens in the religious institutions right now. And I want you to pay attention to a lot of the major things that's going to happen that you're going to find to be like a disruptive or really bad or whatever. Because what has happened is a message came we have a message. And what the message is talking about is a message to the universe. So the message to the universe was given by the comet. The comet itself, the green comet, is the message. And those things I mentioned is what the comet will do. So what we are going to do now is make observations. We're going to see, am I correct? See, you got to know if a tarot card reader is good, then they are good. If they're not, then they're not. That's the end of this. Hope you have, if you have any questions, write it down. Comments, please share. Please share my video if you like it and you want someone else to know what I know. But it's going to get better, y'all, because I know some things about some things. I really do. And I want to share them because I spent my life collecting this information for you, and I got something to tell you. Thank you very much.